podcast. We're doing things that the listeners said. I think Jaguar wants to say something. He's patting his paw impatiently.
Yes, Jaguar.
Any fights?
I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see what the listeners said.
Oh boy, Meow Meow. I hope you guys wrote fights down.
Some of these facts might be a little vicious. We'll see.
Yes, I love viciousness. We have Clara. I'm Clara. Me, Corduroy.
Hi, Corduroy.
I'm Teddy. I'm Grady. Yeah, go Corduroy. I am the dictator of the world.
All right. Hi, Jaguar.
I am your absolute monarch.
Okay. Hi, Jaguar.
I am the most powerful of all. I am immortal. Even if I break down to tiny pieces, my essence will always be there.
You are much like plastic. All right. Hi, Jaguar.
I am Jaguar. Meow meow.
Done?
I'm done.
Okay. Hi, Jaguar. And this is Allie. And before we get started with our listener facts, thanks to everybody who sent them in, we're going to do a Patreon sponsor. Jaguar and Corduroy, would you like to say thank you to Zachary?
Well, no, because I wanted to say thank you to Zachary myself. Thank you, Zachary. It's so kind when you do that. I really love it when people give us Patreon sponsors. It's just like giving tips, and it really fills my heart and my bucket.
Jaguar.
What?
Jaguar, Zachary wanted both you and Corduroy to do this.
Yeah, meow, meow. So, that amateur over there, ignore everything he said. Thank you so much. So, just like, pretend that it's cut out of the episode, okay, meow,
I'm
meow?
not going to cut Corduroy.
Because, oh my gosh, why aren't you going to cut Corduroy out of the...
Because Zachary wanted you and Corduroy.
Well, okay, so we're gonna use this money we're gonna put it in my bank account. My already booming bank account is gonna have even more money, and it's gonna get my interest even higher, so I get more money every month, meow meow.
Jaguar, that's incorrect.
It's correct.
No.
Cut it out.
So our listeners may remember that we were saving up for our plastic episode, which is up. It's the episode right before this on the feed. We're really proud of it. We think it's a great
really
episode.
Good.
Yeah, so please listen to it. But now that we've done that, we're going to go back to our original plan, which got delayed with COVID and not being able to travel. And now that it's getting safer to travel again, we'd like to use the money to go towards traveling to meet with experts, learning more about animals, and then putting our interviews of those experts up on our feed. So Zachary, thank you so much.
Oh, and just one extra thing. Jaguar, you cut me out.
And then we have some other exciting news before we get started, and that is that we received a grant from the Regional Arts and Culture Council, the RACC, out of Portland and the surrounding cities of Portland. And with the money that we receive in that grant, we're going to be able to buy some audio equipment. So our audio will sound
a lot better than it does now.
A lot better. Which right now, I don't know if y'all know this, but we just pass around my phone. That's the extent of our equipment. So we're going to be able to get some microphones and some headphones, and I think it will make a big difference. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, I can't wait to have my own headphones. I'm going to look so cool. Well, can I be platinum?
Well, I actually only put in enough for 4 headphones.
What? Actually, no problem. Just don't give give just one of them to me. Make sure that one person. It's fine.
We'll talk about this after the podcast, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, with that, let's get started with the cool facts. Okay, so we've got a bunch that were written in, and we also have a bunch that are audio clips, so we'll go back and forth between the two. So we're going to get started with a clip from Ari, and Ari does the podcast At Your Level. We did the
holiday episode.
The holiday video with him. Yeah, about the sea star. Okay, well, here's Ari's cool fact.
An animal fact I find fascinating is that how African gray parrots actually perform selfless acts. Like they help out other parrots they don't even know.
That is pretty. I think humans do that sometimes. Sometimes they also do things that don't help out other humans that they don't even know. But do you know any other animals that do just kind things for no apparent reason? Jaguar? Oh, Corduroy. Yeah, Corduroy. That's true. So we know that brown bears wearing green overalls, African gray parrots, and humans. And I bet there are some other, but...
Bats. Vampire bats. Remember?
Are they altruistic? They do things just to be good with no apparent benefit?
Yeah, right? Right, Grady? They rescue... Well, if they're in cages, then they fly over to the cages and, try to rescue them.
Oh, that's cool. Well, thanks, Ari. So now we're going to do a written one. This one comes from Tristan, who is a Patreon sponsor, but more importantly, he's what is he, your second cousin? He's my cousin's son.
Yeah.
I always get confused on what that relationship is.
When temperatures drop below freezing, alligators essentially allow themselves to be frozen in place with their noses just above the surface. What passerby see is a nose and teeth, really big teeth, sticking out of the ice. Alligators then enter a state of brumation, like hibernating. Alligators can regulate their body temperature in all sorts of weather, park officials said, and can essentially remain frozen in place until the ice melts.
That'd be creepy if we walked over and saw a giant snout with huge, big teeth. Just like,
That would be so cool.
He said creepy.
I think it would be really cool, but it would be creepy
I
too.
can't really open my mouth that wide, but
No.
I can't open my mouth that wide. 200, like whatever.
No,
720 degrees.
Yeah. Blah.
Wow. Jaguar just ate his face.
Why did you do this? Like,
That's a really cool fact, Tristan. Thanks for letting us know.
This next one comes from August.
My name is August, and I am living in England. I am 5 years old. This is my animal facts. Termite mounds are made of saliva, dirt, and termite poo. Thank you.
and termite poop.
And
Gross.
So saliva, dirt, and poop. Who wants to climb on a termite mound?
Me! Well, if it means being kind to someone, and if I can wash my feet after.
I don't think I'd want to, even if there weren't any termites there.
Jack would probably do it so he could, like, walk on someone or something. Oh, yeah, I ate a termite man once, Meow Meow.
You did? You
Yeah.
ate a termite mound?
I ate a termite man.
Why?
Why not?
Palate cleanser?
Sure, what's a palate cleanser?
It, like, cleans out your mouth before your next course.
Oh, yeah, I did that. Good, because there's poop in termite poop.
Does that bother you, Jaguar?
Maybe.
Okay, so that's a cool fact, and that's not really a fact that, I don't think I was too tempted to climb on a termite mound before that fact, but now I'm even less tempted to climb on a termite mound.
Quinn, Tristan's brother, also has a fact. Orangutans like to be comfortable. They make a sleeping platform or nest every night. An orangutan makes its nest in around 10 minutes by pulling several large branches together, using smaller branches for a mattress, binding the structure together by weaving more supple branches. In wet weather, they sometimes add a roof.
That's really cool. Yeah. I wonder why they do it every night instead. Do you think they travel, or like why don't they reuse the same structure?
I don't know.
Well, I also think it's really impressive that they can do that in 10 minutes, because sometimes we've tried to make forts
Yeah.
and it takes way more than 10 minutes and it doesn't sound nearly as nice as the orangutan structure. Thanks for that really cool fact, Quinn. That was interesting.
This one is from Christian.
Hi, my name is Christian, and I'm 7 years old, and I'm from Ontario, California, and my fun fact is a king cobra can spread its rib bones and make itself appear larger. This behavior is called making a hood. And my fun fact is from the book Who Would Win? Komodo Dragon versus King Cobra.
I think that's really cool. I never realized that it was their ribs that formed the hood.
Yeah.
So this was a fact that we thought was so cool that we looked it up to learn a little bit more about it. And snakes actually have hundreds of ribs. And if you look at a snake skeleton, it looks almost like a fish, like the way that it has all those tiny
Remember
little bones.
salmon episode?
Mm-hmm.
There's like a story about how salmon bones look like snake.
Oh, I had forgotten that. I got to go back and listen to our old episodes. Anyway, that's an awesome fact. Thanks so much. Let's, why don't we at home all open up our ribs and see if we can make a hood?
Hey, I can do it. Look at
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
interesting.
no, you're not doing anything. No, you're not. I just rolled into a ball. Check out me. This fact comes from Harry. As soon as an octopus lays her egg, she dies.
So I actually looked this one up, and Grady also asked me to look this one up because I thought it couldn't be true, but it actually is true. So once the octopus lays her eggs, she stops eating, and then by the time the eggs hatch, she usually dies. That's a pretty interesting and kind of a sad
why
fact.
Why does she not stop eating? Can she not?
Why do you think? It could be an evolutionary reason?
I mean,
she doesn't want to become overpopulated.
maybe it thinks. Well, I just thought whenever they eat food, then it gives it to the egg, so the egg can live inside of her stomach, and then there's nothing to give it to.
Yeah. I really don't know. Maybe it's some sort of there's not enough food for her and the babies, and so she leaves it for the babies. But that's pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. Thanks for that cool fact, Harry.
This one is from Gracelyn.
I am Gracelyn Langdon Spillane, and I live in Northfield, Vermont, and I am 8 years old. And I love tigers, and I wanted to do a fact about tigers, but I couldn't think of any, so instead I'm going to do a fact about lions. And here's the fact. So, do you know that male lions just lay back and relax, while female lions go out and do all the hunting?
We did know that. We have a book about big cats, and I think that's pretty funny, because
Let's relax. Sit back.
The males stay behind with the cubs, and then the females go out and hunt.
Yeah.
The males only join it sometimes, but barely.
Wait. So that means, Clara, you gotta go cook the food, not just relax.
Well, not cook it, just catch it.
You know what? This kind of sounds like me and Jaguar. I do all the work. Jaguar takes all the credits.
That does sound like that.
But you're not a girl.
Except the male lion. Does the male lion take all the credit?
Well, I don't know, sort of. I think people think of the male lions being really fierce.
As being them. But it's funny because everybody thinks of them to be king of the jungle, but they really just stay back and hang out with the cubs.
Okay, here is our next fact. This is from Iris. She's a Patreon sponsor, and she actually has 2 facts.
My name is Iris, and I'm 6. My cool animal fact is slow lorises can secrete poison out of their elbows.
Whoa.
That's my cool animal fact. I really like your podcast. It's my favorite podcast in the world. Is there any way to give you 6 stars?
Aww.
And one last thing. I memorized one cool animal fact about koalas. Koalas have very sharp claws that help them cling to tree bark. Goodbye. My name is Iris.
That's super cool. So I actually don't know what a slow loris is. Is that like a sloth?
It's like a lemur more than a sloth, I think.
Okay. And out of their elbows. That is, have you evolved to do that yet, Jaguar?
Yeah, I have.
I wonder why their elbows. That seems like not the best place to have a poison delivery mechanism. It's kind of an awkward place. And also, Iris, that's really sweet. Thank you for the compliments and also for being a Patreon sponsor. And then she has one other fact. Here we go.
Also, did you know that mama deer eat their babies' poop and pee so that predators can't smell them?
Hey, Jaguar, that's like you eating the termite mounds.
Yeah, I guess so. Meow, meow.
I'm sorry, Jaguar. That was mean. You didn't know what was in that. All right. Well, very cool facts, Iris. That one could have gone in our gross facts about animals episode 2, I think. I feel like, Clara, maybe the females are getting the bad end of things. So we've learned that octopuses die once they lay eggs, that female deer eat their babies' poop and pee so the predators don't get them, and that female lions do all the work while the male lions lounge around. So I'm not sure how I feel about these facts so far.
I like them.
Yeah. All right. And here is our next fact. This one comes from Lucy. Lucy actually has 2 facts.
Hello, my name is Lucy, and this is my fact. Scientists have discovered sea slugs that can cut off their own heads. They can shed their whole body, including their beating heart and other major organs. Just their head is left, but it stays alive without a heart. The head even goes on feeding, but it doesn't stop there. Then the slug grows a whole new body, including a brand new heart and all those other organs.
It's cool.
That's really cool. So basically, it would be like just a head, like just your head moving around eating with no body underneath it. And then eventually you would just grow a whole nother body underneath you, including a heart. Mm-hmm. That's so interesting. I wonder how they can stay alive without their heart pumping for them.
I'm evolving to do it right now.
Did you do it? Yeah. Good job, Jaguar.
Jaguar, you should evolve to be able to evolve things faster.
Evolving to be able to evolve things faster. Did it.
All right, now evolve to do something else and see how fast it works.
Evolve to. Did it.
All right, and then Lucy has a second fact. Here it is.
Voodoo wasps lay their eggs inside a caterpillar's body. Then the larvae turn the caterpillar into a mindless babysitter to watch over them. One tiny wasp injects about 80 eggs in one go inside the caterpillar. The baby wasps hatch in there and feed on the caterpillar's bodily fluids. When they're ready to leave, they release chemicals that stop the caterpillar moving. Then they eat their way out through its skin, all at the same time. Next, they attach themselves to a branch or leaf or spin cocoons for themselves. They'll turn into wasps inside these cozy protective cases. But here's where things get truly weird. Remember the poor caterpillar? Well, it's still alive, and now the larvae seems to control it from the cocoons. It becomes the zombie bodyguard, standing over the cocoons without feeding. If a predator comes, the usually peaceful pillar thrashes about. It's a good way of bashing beetles away to protect the babies, but none of this does the caterpillar any good. After the adult wasps hatch and fly away, it dies.
I knew that fact. That's all.
That is quite a fact. My gosh, that poor caterpillar. It's like not only is it infested with larvae, but it starts battling around and like hitting beetles and stuff as it comes up to him.
Wait, Mommy.
Yeah,
So, do you mean like they control it?
that's what it sounds like. It's like a zombie. Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
He's smiling happily.
Jaguar, do not evolve. Oh shoot, too late. Lucy, thanks. Those are really cool facts. Okay, and then our next... Okay, here is our final written fact.
This fact is from Theo, age 6, from Omaha, Nebraska. His coolest fact is that Tasmania devils can cut through bone with their teeth.
Those are some sharp teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I've never tried, but maybe I could.
Evolving.
You're giving Jaguar some really bad ideas, listeners. Your bite already is so scary, Jaguar.
I don't have any bones. 723 bites.
Oh no. Careful though, you don't want to hurt yourself by mistake, Jaguar. All right, we've got...
Evolving to be invincible and not hurt at all. Did it.
We've got 2 more facts left. This one is from Oliver. He's from the podcast Fairies, Dragons, Ponies, and Knights, which we put an ad to in one of our recent episodes. And here is his cool fact.
I am Oliver from Vermont, and I'm 5 years old. And in the coral we sea cucumbers can liquefy themselves and pour themselves into cracks through rocks to protect themselves, and then reform on the other side. It's very cool, I think. And that's my favorite animal.
That's really cool. To be able to liquefy yourself and then reconstitute yourself.
Wait, to go through rocks?
Yeah, so if there's like a little crack they want to get through. Stop him. So if there's like a little crack or something, instead of walking around it or scooting around it, they would liquefy, go through the crack, and then reform.
Wait, so they like split apart, or what does liquefy?
Liquefy means turn into a liquid.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They just like turn into a liquid, go in through the rock, and then turn back.
Sounds like it, yeah. That's cool.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Jaguar evolved. 3.
This is our final fact.
Hi, my name is Sally, and I'm 5, and I'm from New York. And my cool fact is wild horses in Australia are called brumbies.
Brumbies.
Thank you. I love your podcast.
Oh, thank you. Brumbies. That's a cute name. That'd be a cute name for a cat. Hey, Brumby.
Evolving. Wait, I don't really know how to evolve.
Evolve into being called a Brumby. Thank you so much to all our listeners for giving us those cool facts. We learned a lot. I'm surprised and grossed out and really impressed.
Wait, we have one more fact.
Oh, what is it?
Hello, it's me, Greenie Cocoony. I really love your podcast, and my fact is that, my fact is that crows gather at funerals. I really love brown bears.
have just told us that fact. You didn't need to pretend to be somebody else.
Oh, look at this cool fact. Oh, wait, let me just type it.
What's happening, Jaguar?
Okay, sending it to you.
Oh, boy. Oh, guys, just this second, I just got an email with one more cool fact.
Oh, let me read it.
Okay.
This is from Jaguaro the Best.
Okay.
Meow, meow. I mean, not meow, meow. He says, I'm a kid. Definitely, I'm a kid. And definitely, I'm a kid, meow, meow. And, I'm an average kid like you. I live in the Amazon rainforest, meow, meow.
Unusual. Uh-huh.
And, my animal fact is that Jaguar rocks. You should give him a lot of money and stuff, meow, meow.
I'm suspicious.
I mean, not meow, meow. And remember, kids, I'm a normal kid just like you kids.
Oh, boy.
Yep, meow, meow. I'm a normal kid. Meow, meow.
Well, thank you for that cool fact, Jaguaro of the Amazon rainforest, who's definitely not Jaguar. Meow, meow.
Yeah, meow, meow. Wow. What a nice guy.
Okay, well, before we close, we want to share another podcast with you from one of our fellow Kids Listen podcasts. We talk about Kids Listen a lot. This one is called Best Day Yet. It's a nice meditation, affirmation podcast, and often they talk about animals in this podcast too. And we're going to play a little ad for you so that you can know more about Best Day Yet.
Best day yet.
Hi, I'm Marjorie, host of Best Day Yet, an affirmation podcast for kids. On Best Day Yet, we teach kids mindful breathing and positive self-talk skills in the most kid-friendly way possible. We take affirmation adventures all over the world and meet animals who teach us lessons about ourselves. Like the time we went to India and met a tiger who taught us.
There is no one better to be than me.
Or the time we went to the moon and met water bears, we learned.
When things get hard, I don't back down.
Or the time we walked through a spooky forest at night and found bats who showed us.
I have nothing to be afraid of.
Check out Best Day Yet wherever you get your podcasts, and we'll see you there.
That's great. I think meditation or affirmations are a really great way to calm down and feel good about yourself. And this one has lots of animals in there too. So I think that's great.
Yeah, and they even included water bears being on the moon. Evolving to know meditations and affirmations. Yeah, did it.
Good job,
Can
Jaguar.
you tell me a meditation and affirmation, Jaguar?
Just
To close out this podcast.
worship me and go, oh yeah, Jaguar's the best and stop.
That's not quite how it works.
Jaguar's the best.
There's no one better to be than me.
All right. So just to give you a heads up about what's coming next, our next episode is going to be an interview with Dr. Moffat. This was such a fun interview. He's a really cool guy, very fun to talk to, very funny. And we learned a lot about ants, and we also learned about some animals that he discovered and cool places he's been to, and how he almost got killed by elephants a couple times and also by poison darts. So it's a great episode.
After that, we'll go back to normal episodes.
And then we have a plan to do 3 normal episodes
We're
in a
not going
row.
to spoil what they are, though, because we want to do riddles.
Yep, but we won't spoil what they're going to be. But they're going to be great. We're really excited about it. Okay, so instead of doing a Kid Power, we encourage you to listen to our plastic episode, because we have 10 ideas in there for Kid Powers.
That's a Kid Power.
And I think that's it. Thanks so much again to all of our listeners for sending in their facts.
Yeah.
And let's sing us
Meow,
out.
meow.